Have you ever wanted to go behind the scenes of ChatGPT and understand a little bit more about what queries it's using, what resources it's pulling, what lengths it is using to come up with its response to your query? I think it's actually a great thing for us if we want to do some research for our business or even for ourselves to see what's going on. So I got a really quick tip for you to show you how to get that information. Anybody can do this. It's really easy, and the best part about it, it's free. So let's get started. I'm gonna have a prompt set up for already, and this is just one for pool players. If you're looking for a gift for your nephew or your uncle or your niece or something, they're really into pool. This is what you would type into ChatGPT because they're awesome and they're advanced. So let's punch this in here. I'm going to get this thing spinning up. We're going to give it a second. Cool. So we got all that spinning up. This is great. Still doing its thing. Let's see. Okay, good. Now it's done. We don't need. We don't really care about that part. What we do care about is up here in the URL. You see the set of numbers and letters up there just after the C. You're gonna highlight that. Just copy it. All right. And now what I want you to do is right click anywhere on the page. You're going to click Inspect. We're going to open up this window here, and I'm just going to get this back into where we want it, which is, I want to change something here so that we can all see this together. Let's do that. There we go. All right, so now we can actually see this thing together. All right, so that's really cool. What you're going to want to do is click over here, and you're going to look for network. That's really what we care about. We can close this out, and we're going to just paste in that number that we had before. And you see there's nothing showing up, right? So what we have to do now is we're going to Command R this. We're going to reload this page. And if we reload this, you're going to see the values kind of change over on the side here. It's going to spin up. We're going to give this a couple of seconds to do its thing. It's going to take a little bit for us just because we're running video in the background. We got a lot of stuff going on right here, but you're going to see that number actually has shown up here. And we can click into that. And I'm going to just get ourselves prepared up a little bit. We're going to click to, while we're waiting here, we're going to just click the response tab because that's really what we care about. I'm going to close this out. So we get the response. This isn't the one that we actually want to look into, but you're going to get some stuff coming up here. So the one that we actually want is this one right here. All right, so I'm going to load that up. I'm going to go to the very top of this thing just so you can kind of see what's going on. And let's just expand this out a little bit further. This is probably all we need. There we go. There's our answer and everything. So everything's there. It's completely loaded, which is great. So we can see the response. And what we're really looking for is we scroll down here. All sorts of really cool information about what ChatGPT is doing in the background to give us the answer we have. And then from a research perspective, sometimes what's sort of interesting is looking at the simple query, complex query, like how complex is the query that we're typing in? And that's going to determine whether ChatGPT is doing additional searches on top of what it's already doing. So I think what's really cool is to kind of scroll down here. We're going to keep going through. Some of the stuff is interesting. You can look at it definitely on your own time. But what we really want to get to is a little bit further down. Here it is. So these are some of the additional queries that it is doing on top of the best gift idea for pool players, right? So we can see what gift to give to billiard players, best gift for pool players, accessory idea. So that's a query that is pumping out there, right? Which is cool. We got billiard gift idea for advanced pool players, suggested cue accessory pool table maintenance gift. There you go, right? So coming up with really interesting ideas for us that we can probably think about when we're creating content or the types of queries that we might want to optimize for. I think what's also interesting as we scroll a little bit further down, we will see some of the pages that it is using to develop its answers. We have Amazon here. We also have, what is another Amazon Another Amazon, yeah, we have Buffalo and L. So this is looking somewhere in New Zealand, but you can see the snippets that it's taking here, which is kind of cool. All right, so that's neat. And so that's going to help us optimize our content and decide, the kind of content that we're going to want to create going forward. All right. So one other thing that's really neat about this is when there are images, it'll actually show you what that alt text is. It'll show you the snippets and how it's describing that image, which can be really useful for optimizing images as well. All right. So that's it. Have fun with it. Put some prompts in there. It's a really great way to get into ChatGPT, learn a little bit more about what it's doing, and learn a little bit more about some of these things that you may want to optimize your content for. Hope that helped. Have fun. Cheers. Bye.